should come out of this. I'm going to estimate they're going to be somewhere around their 35 to 40 yard line. The punter is standing back on his own 14-yard line, so we have Leach back at about his 40. I think that's Leach, or it could be Joe Norris. We've got a flag down. It's a good high kick. Norris is going to let it hit, gets away from it, and it rolls to about the 31-yard line, but we'll have to wait on the flag.
The ball is down.
Norris wisely got away from that ball when he knew he was going to have trouble handling that. He stayed away from it. See what the signal for the penalty is here.
If it's on Lanphier, I would believe you might want him to kick it again.
Well, it's against Lanphier. What is that signal, though? Been too long for me.
Be interesting to see this, but we got the ball on the 31, but put them 5 yards back. I might want to make them kick that ball again. You never know when that ball has to get back there. It might go over his head.
Oh, yeah. Could get a bad snap. Could shank it. Could get a good run back. The signal that he gave, if he'd used one arm, was backfield motion, but he used two arms. Maybe there was 2 men in motion.
Maybe that's what it was. There was a couple of handkerchiefs down on the play.
Hicksy called it something, but I couldn't hear what he said. But you know Hicksy would have something to say about it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to know even you get promoted from grade school principal to assistant superintendent, you're still the PA announcer.
There you go. You got to put your, what would you say, your emphasis on the right thing, and that's to be the PA fella.
Big money in that.
There you go.
We'll try the punt again.
That's
and here's a short kick. It's high and short and wobbly. Get away from it, Tornadoes.
Ooh, took a good bounce for...
yeah, but we still gained 10 yards.
Oh, yeah, 10 or 11 yards. We sure did.
Yeah, it's up at the 42 right now is where it's going to belong to the Tornadoes instead of the 31. So the 5-yard penalty gave us a 10-yard net gain on the punt. And had it not got a good Lanphier bounce, we would have had much better field position. But your own 41 or 42 is not a bad place to start the drive from. Illegal man downfield? No, what? What was he pointing at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Arthritis in the shoulder? I don't know what the signal was there. We're ready to go. 1st and 10, Taylorville at their own 42-yard line. Hamrick goes wide left, and look at this. We come up with another offensive set. We've got 2 men in between Hamrick and the end of the line, 2 receivers, or 3 receivers actually wide to the left. We give it up the middle. And it's stopped up after a gain of just a yard or 2. That could be Norris, could be Meadows. Who is it in there? It's Norris.
Norris, I believe. Looked like there was a hole in there for a second, and it closed very quickly.
Picked up with just a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Now Meadows comes in with the play from the sideline. That Taylorville offensive line doing a good job. It's anchored in the center by Matt Hart. And you got Troy Helton and Richard Rare at the guards. Jason Carter, Don Spears at the tackles. Tight end Adam Laddage, who's been busy as a receiver. This time there's 2 receivers wide to the near side of the field. Back to pass and rolling to this side. Odom looks downfield. Oh, and it went right through the hands of the intended receiver. Bounced off of a defender and then was nearly caught on the deflection. A lot of people had a shot at that ball.
They sure did.
Hamrick was the intended receiver. 3rd down now and 9 coming up from the Taylorville 43. Odom threw that one on a string, didn't he?
He sure did. He really zips them in there fast, and that's the way you got to throw them.
7:25 to play, 3rd quarter. 18-6 is still the score. Lanphier had all 18 points in the 1st quarter. Taylorville picking up their 6th in the 2nd. Now at the end of the near side, flankers right and left. The lone setback is Leach. Back to pass over the center and deflected away from the intended receiver. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tornadoes. Trying to get it to Adam Laddage. That was not one of the better throws by Jeb in the ball game. But it was knocked away, and now the Tornadoes are going to have to punt it. So each team has had an offensive possession. Each team has been forced to punt. Let's hope that Joe Kleppis can get a good kick for the Tornadoes. Back deep for Lanphier, we see Andra Williams, who had a 66-yard run for a touchdown. Wide to their right side, and I believe the man to the near side is John Day to return his punt. It's a good snap. Bevis gets away. A good line drive kick over Day's head. Is back inside the 10, rolling around
And
at
a
the 5, and
5.
it's going to die at the 5. Tornadoes are down there to cover it at the 5-yard line. Ben Hamrick was there to cover that. A good punt that time. The line of scrimmage was about the 43. It's down at the 5, so that's about a 52-yard punt.
Only problem, he had a 3-yard punt to go in the first half,
Average
which would bring
that
that average down, but that was a great punt that time.
Rolls dead at the 5-yard line. And that's where Lanphier will take over. And if there was ever going to be a turnover, now would be the time. Erickson, Blake coming into the huddle from the sideline, the quarterback for Lanphier. Brings his team up with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And they'll stay with that basic I formation and an end split wide to the right side.
Change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Give to the tailback. Up the middle, spinning and getting about 3, it appears. Be somewhere around the 8, maybe the 9-yard line. Take a look at the down marker, and 3, maybe 4 on the carry. Second down and about along 6, we'll say. Play comes in from the sideline. Again, there's absolutely no wind tonight. Just a beautiful evening for football. Probably, what, 65, 70 degrees?
Yeah, just beautiful.
Couldn't ask for a better night. Good crowd on hand on both sides. A good game going on the field. Over the left side, spinning out of a tackle is Day, and Day gets all the way up to about the 30, 31-yard line for a first down. We had a shot at him back around the line of scrimmage, but he slipped away. But John Day, 168-pound senior running back, slips away and picks up a first down at the 21-yard line. And the clock is moving with under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So things have really settled down since that first quarter when Lanphier broke 2 quick touchdowns, long-range touchdowns, 59 and 66 yards. First and 10 now from their 21-yard line. Back to pass is Erickson. Looking down the middle, wanting to go deep. Incomplete. Good coverage back there that time by the Tornadoes.
Coverage, yeah.
Looks like we had Kamadi and Hamrick and Bakadutri all back in the area of the intended receiver, Carl Vaughn.
Well, that's a real improvement. I think if we had a weak spot in our first 2 games, it might have been our secondary, but they've looked good except for that 1 long touchdown pass. So they're going to have to contain the speed, and they're doing a pretty good job of it.
Second down and 10 coming up now for Lanphier. And I always was under the philosophy, Don, that if you throw on first down and it's incomplete, you've committed yourself to a passing series. So let's see what happens here. They split the backs this time. They go out of that I formation behind Erickson with 2 setbacks. Little counter to the inside and well read by the Tornadoes. And coming up with that big play was Don Spears.
Played well last week against Lincoln.
Spears was right there to take him down for a loss of about 1.5 yards back to the 20-yard line. And we're looking at a third down and almost 12 to go for a first down. So the Tornado defense really has played well since the, about the 5.5-minute mark of the first quarter, actually. On third and 12, we need to hold here, get the ball back with decent field position once again. Back to pass goes Erickson. He's under a big rush. He's caught. He's caught, but he stays up, and he throws to a lineman. He threw it to a lineman who had the presence of mind to try to pitch it off to a back, and flags go down.
That's funny play of the day, isn't it?
Let's see, the receiver that time was Zachary Richardson, and he's a 6-foot, 280-pound tackle, but he quickly lateraled the ball to one of the backs, and the flags went down. Don Spears and someone else were in on Erickson. They had a hold of him, but he managed to stay on his feet and pass the ball. So this is going to be an illegal receiver.
Seemed like to me the right thing to do on that play is to have the ball down where he's at, but I don't know if that's going to be the call.
They're going to call a illegal receiver, of course, and I believe that's going to be a loss of down.
I think so too, so that'll put a penalty on him, I suppose.
If it's loss of down, it's going to be the yardage and still bring up a fourth down. either way, the Tornadoes will make them look at a 4th down, even if you have to refuse the penalty, because it's still going to be 4th and 12, even if it's not a loss of down.
Well, I think they're going to get a penalty out of it. Yeah, he's marking it off.
Now,
half the distance.
It's a loss of down on that play, so they not only lose the yardage, they lose the down. It's going to be 4th and my, oh my. Back at the 4, and they've got to get it out to the 31, about 27 yards. So Tornadoes should come out of this with great field position. The punter is standing right at the back of the end zone. No room for an error here, a bad snap or a step backwards, and we may have a safety. Joe Norris is standing at the Lanphier 40-yard line, and the Tornadoes should come out of this with good field position. There's the snap. Oh, it's a high, short kick. Tornadoes are going to stay away from it. This time it takes a Taylorville bounce, and it's going to be covered at about the 25-yard line in Lanphier territory. With 4:28 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Lanphier leading it 18-6. The Tornadoes are going to have it. 1st down and 10 from the 25 of Lanphier. And you've got to give the credit to this Tornado defense. They really have played well since midway through that 1st quarter done.
That's right. They've done extremely well.
1st and 10 now for the offense. We've gone back to that power I. Meadows is the fullback. The tailback is Leach, and Norris is in at that power I formation. And it's going to be Leach over the left side, and Leach is going to be inside the 25, down to around the 24-yard line. A pickup of a yard and a half is all. Lanphier with a big front defensive line. But the Tornadoes have played well against it. Hamrick brings in a play from the sideline. 3rd down and about 9. This is the position on the field where Odom threw for a touchdown earlier to Adam Ladage in the right corner of the end zone. As the Tornadoes are going from our left to right in this quarter. Still trail at 18-6, but have played well out of that power I. It gives to the tailback, Leach again. Leach following his blockers this time. He's going to be down near the 20-yard line. A pickup of 4 or so on the play. A couple Tornadoes start to mix it up. Evans in on the stop. Well, they mark him at the 21. 3rd and about 5 coming up for the Tornadoes. And the Tornadoes want to call a timeout. They want to come up with the right play here with 3:04 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Lanphier 18, Taylorville 6, back after this. Line of scrimmage is about the 21-yard line in Lanphier territory. We need to get down to the 16 for the 1st down. Backadutri is wide to the near side. Hamrick to the left. I formation with Meadows at the fullback. Leach at the tailback behind Jeb Odom, who's under Matt Hart, the center. There's the snap. Back to pass. Rolling to his left. Wanting to throw. Needs a block. He looks out in the left end zone, and he's got a man down in the corner at about the 1. I believe it's Hamrick at the 1-yard line. Hamrick went down and out and took that pass in stride and is forced out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A great job by Jeb Odom. That was not the intended receiver, to begin with, Don. He had to roll out and find a secondary receiver. And now the Tornadoes 1st and goal at the 1. A lot of movement going on by
it should be a penalty.
Lanphier, and you're going to have a penalty. Of course,
against Lanphier because Lanphier's substitute came across the line of scrimmage to line up.
That's going to be about a 6-inch penalty.
Yeah, not going to be much of a penalty to it, but it will be in a little bit of an adjustment there, I would guess.
It looks like we've got Joe Norris in the backfield, and I'm not sure whether it's Leach this time or who, Don. Let's pick it up before the play so we can tell who goes in.
He moved that ball just about 4 or 5 inches, I believe.
Couldn't have been much.
This is very important. We put this one in there.
Leach at the tailback, Norris at the fullback. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Odom try to sneak it, but there's a lot of meat up there in the middle of that defensive line. Now they start the clock. 1st and goal from about a foot away.
Oh, no! the worst possible time we could have done that. The worst possible time.
For some reason, Don, we were going on a long count there. And
yeah, I don't know why, but
I really don't
boy, that hurt. That's the kind of just takes your heart away from you.
It's tough to fault the offensive lineman who's so eager to get in there and make that block, and we go on a long count when you're forcing them to hold themselves that long. So now we're going to come in with a different play.
We got an entirely different situation now.
Now it's 1st and goal at the 5. Yeah, that's when you wanted to go, I think, on a quick count and just
blow
it right in.
Yeah, quarterback sneaked something, but we just messed around forever.
1st and goal from the 5 now. The give is to Leach, the tailback, and Leach is going to get it down to about the 3.
Yeah, not as much as I thought he made there.
I thought he was a little closer too, Dom. They're going to mark it about the 3 or 4. I thought he had it down to at least the 2, but apparently not.
Yeah, I thought he made more yardage than that. I guess they spotted. We just got a bad spot on the ball, I think.
2nd and goal now from about the 4. Less than 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Odom calls the signals.
Long counts.
Oh, he lost the ball. Fumbled it. Who's got it? Lanphier says they've got it.
Oh, boy, that is a real tough deal.
Tornadoes turn it over inside the 5-yard line.
5-yard penalty just took our heart away from us. I think we'll come back, but boy, that was a golden opportunity on the 6-inch line.
Tough play. Tornadoes knocking on the door, had everything going their way in this quarter. Could have got it down to an 18-12, 18-13, 18-14 game.
And again, that play seemed to be on a long count, and of course the fumble was there. I don't know, maybe he's changing up at the line of scrimmage, but long counts is hurting them.
That's the 3rd or 4th time that we've dropped the ball, the 2nd time that we've lost it. And Lanphier takes over at their own 5-yard line. They just try to push straight ahead to get a little running room. Actually, it was about their 4-yard line where that series is going to start. Costly turnover for the Tornadoes. It was just a missed exchange between the center and the quarterback. They spotted at the 7, a pickup of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Lanphier still leading it by a score of 18-6. Erickson.
Oh my goodness.
To the left side, breaking the tackle, moving the ball up the field to about the 25-yard line, maybe the 28 now. Fighting forward for yardage. Yeah, a little bit of a cheap shot at the end of the play there by James Nichols after a nice carry. A big 1st down for Lanphier. Gets it all the way out to their own 28-yard line. Remember, this drive started at about their 3-yard line. 1st and 10, Lanphier. 24 seconds on the clock running to play here in the 3rd quarter. Backs are split behind Erickson. Flanker setting the slot to the left side. They try a reverse, and it may have been a broken play, but it's really a broken play after Don Spears gets in and helps trip the man up for a loss of about 5 on the play. Adam Ladage also in on the stop. We're at the end of 3 with Lanphier leading Taylorville by a score of 18-6. We'll be back in 60 seconds. With Lanphier leading at 18-6 as we start the 4th quarter, but the Tornadoes really have played Lanphier evenly since midway through that 1st quarter. After that 2nd long touchdown by Lanphier, it's just been a 6-6 game the rest of the way. And unfortunately for the Tornadoes, a turnover just now following a 5-yard penalty that moved us back off of the Lanphier goal line could prove very costly. We're looking at 2nd down and about 15 now for Lanphier at their own 22-yard line. Give to the tailback over the left side. He's got a big hole, and he picks up a 7-8 yards on the carry. Looks like Doug Kamadi in on the stop. Actually made the stop by himself that time. Good pickup on the play. So about 9, 3rd and 6 facing Lanphier. Tornadoes have held on 2 third-down plays already in this half. Let's see if they can hold here and force Lanphier to punt again. The last 2 punts have not been very good ones for Lanphier. 3rd and 6. Give to the tailback. He slips the tackle.
Make it.
He did not get it, but he's only about a half a yard short. Could be an interesting call coming up now for Lanphier.
Well, I don't see. I mean, to me, I would think they'd kick the ball, but maybe they've got a lot of confidence. They're going to measure it. Maybe it is a first down.
Might be closer than what it looks from here. From our vantage point, I didn't think it was even that close, but they are going to measure it. And you got to give the credit to the tailback that time. It looked like he was going to be stopped well short, and he struggled forward and actually made it close enough to measure, but he is about a half a yard short. It's going to be 4th down.
I think they may be going for it. They're talking it over. I'm not sure if they know what they want to do at this point.
Now they're
changing. Yeah. If you're ahead by 18, yeah, if you're ahead 18-6, it'd be a real big gamble to go on a 4th down.
In to do the punting for Lanphier is Leandrew Wilson, standing back at about his own 25. Last couple punts have not been that good. Boy, the officials are trying to get the clock started. There it finally does. Here's Leandrew Wilson's kick. This one not too bad. Going to be fielded and returned, though, from about the 20-yard line. Joe Norris looking for someplace to go. He's got a wall. Norris has reversed his field. He's going down the far side. He's at the 50, the 40. Norris is finally taken down at about the 35-yard line.
Has another beautiful play. I mean, people come out and watch this team play. They will excite you.
Norris fielded that ball back at about his 20, and it looked like there was nothing but a sea of black and white shirts in front of him. All of a sudden, he reversed his field, took it down the far sideline, and they're going to mark him at the Lanphier 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Tornadoes in great field position. Jeb Odom at quarterback. Puts McAdutry wide to the near side. The I formation. Hamrick is split wide to the right. Give to the tailback. Leach. No, a fake to Leach. Odom still got it. He wants to throw. He's looking back, and it's knocked down by one of the linemen. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen again, Don.
Yeah, and the lineman almost touched that one that time. So, like I said, he did a great fake. You know, I didn't know he had the ball, but we're trying to run a lot of screens tonight, and I'm sure that's because of their hard-charging front line up there.
Once that defender had touched the ball, could one of our linemen then take it?
Yes, that would be okay at that point. Once it's deflected, and anybody can catch it.
2nd down and 10, facing the Tornadoes. Odom goes back and hands it off to Leach. He escapes one man, makes the corner. Leach trying to turn it upfield. It's going to be down near the 25. And he's very close to a 1st down, depending on the spot. It looks like he's got it from here. Boy, a good run by Leach.
Beautiful, good blocking in front of him. I think the tackle pulled out that time. Either that or a guard, and he got a tremendous block on that play.
Well, you can see those big linemen are coming close, but the speed of the Tornadoes getting away from them that time with Mike Leach, and he picked up the 1st down. So about an 11-yard pickup on that run. It's 1st and 10 from the Lanphier 25-yard line. 10:30 left to play in the game. The Tornadoes trail at 18-6. Odom gives it off over the left side.
Not anything that time.
Joe Norris this time. May have gotten a yard, and that'd be about it. Meadows will come in with a play from the sideline. 2nd and 9. The ball right on the 25-yard line. And Hicksy, you said 20. It's the 25. That made me look again. It's at the 25-yard line. Odom calls the signals.
Oh, no, it's fumble.
Leach drops the ball, fighting to get it back, and I think he finally did get it back. but he lost about 4 yards or so doing it. Lucky just to get the ball back. It was bouncing wildly. It looked like Mike just dropped it. I believe it came loose before he was ever hit. Then he just had to scramble to get the ball back and keep it for the Tornadoes. We're now looking at a 3rd and 14 out at the 29. Clock is going to become a factor here shortly. We're down to about 9 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the game, and Tornadoes need 2 scores. Out of the shotgun now, the tight end. Ladich moves from the left side around to the right side. They give it to Leach. He's got some running room to the right side. Cuts it back up the middle. Leach struggling forward. Leach still on his feet,
he's
and
got
a
first down. Beautiful, beautiful run that time. Beautiful.
Good blocking over the right side. A pickup on the play of about 15 yards. He needed 14. It's a Taylorville first down at the 15-yard line. Just under 9 minutes to play, and Lanphier takes the timeout. They lead the Tornadoes 18-6. We'll be back right after these messages. Remaining 18-6 is our score. Taylorville with a first down and 10 from the Lanphier 15-yard line. Wide to the left is Bacadutri. To the right is Hamrick. Tight end Ladich switches from the right side to the left side. The backs are split. And a blitz is going to catch Jeb Odom, and he's going to be thrown for about an 8 or 9 yard loss. Well, a big blitz that time worked well for Lanphier. Well, you certainly can't fault Jeb Odom. He had nowhere to go. 8 yard loss, back out to the 23-yard line. Good defensive call that time by Lanphier. 2nd and 18 now for the Tornadoes. We've got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, a lone setback. Again, they show the blitz. They come with the blitz. We're looking over the middle. We had the right play called, but the pass is incomplete.
I think they're going to do more of that. We have to hit, it's what you call a hot call in football terminology, and he has to hit that tight end when they're bringing everybody.
They left the middle open, and that time the linebacker, just one man back there, had an opportunity, Leandrew Wilson, on the coverage. But the middle was pretty much open. 3rd down now and 18. Clock stops on the incompletion. Again, 2 receivers left. 1 receiver to the right.
Too much time.
It's delay a game against the Tornadoes. Going to make it 3rd and 23. 8:10, the time remaining. 18-6. Lanphier leading Taylorville in this Central State 8 home opener for the Tornadoes. Now the Tornadoes have to come up with a big one. Need 23 yards. They had it 1st and 10 at the 15. Now it's back down to about the 28-yard line. Odom calls the signal, says Hamrick wide to the left. Lynch is in the slot to the left side. Back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket, it's open over the middle.
Intercepted.
Intercepted and down immediately at about the 17-yard line.
That's Jeb's first interception of the year.
Well, it looked to me like he was going to run with it because he stepped up through the pocket, nicely done. Had a little bit of open field, but he saw a man downfield, tried to force it in, and got it picked off. The 3rd turnover of the night. Again, a costly one for the Tornadoes. It's turned over at the 17-yard line of Lanphier. So our last 2 drives have ended with turnovers. One at the Lanphier 3-yard line, and now this one at the Lanphier 17. Under 8 minutes to go in the game, and Lanphier with the ball back, leading at 18-6. Erickson, the quarterback, I formation behind him. Here's to the first man through the hole on the left side, and he's got some running room up to about the 25-yard line. A pickup of about 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Lanphier now just going to be looking to run some clock. Really, Lanphier has been on the defensive ever since the end of the first quarter, when it looked like they were on the verge of routing us, but the Tornadoes really have had the upper hand for the last 3 quarters. On 2nd and 2 now from their 25-yard line. Erickson gives it up the middle. First down, out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. It's going to stop the clock just long enough to move the chains, and then the clock will start running again. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. The score might say that Lanphier has won the ball game, but really, they won the first quarter. The Tornadoes have won the last 3. They actually have probably played the better ball game, but made the big mistakes that we couldn't afford to make. Here's a give to the tailback. He's hit in the backfield, stood up and down. Troy Helton got to him first, then Richard Rare was in there, and he also had some help from a couple other Tornadoes. A loss on the play of about a yard. 2nd down and 11, spotted right at the 30-yard line of Lanphier. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the game. What a game this would be if we could have 2 plays, well, 2 of their plays over and 2 of our plays over. Especially the penalty at the 6-inch line.
Looks like this might be a pass play. No.
Try the tailback again. And again, the tailback is caught and dropped at the line of scrimmage or for a loss.
Well, we've really changed the complexion of this game because, you know, you would think on the 2nd long yardage it might have been a pass, and they just gave it a handoff, and we're defending that very well.
3rd and 11 coming up now for the Lanphier Lions. They're trying to keep the clock moving. 5.5 minutes and counting down. The Tornadoes need to hold again.
Big down right here.
This second half has been played for the most part in Lanphier territory.
All of it, I believe. Oh.
Play action pass now. Erickson looks down the field.
Beautiful.
Great job by Norris knocking that pass down. I'll tell you what, I just saw a Taylorville coach do something I kind of liked. One of our players wanted to go say something to a Lanphier player, and it was on the near sideline, and one of our coaches just grabbed him by the shoulder and said, "No, just go out there and play the game."
This team's well coached, and they're doing a great. These coaches are doing what they're supposed to do. They're a well coached football team.
Well, let's see if Joe Norris can get another run back. He's going to be standing back at about his own 42-yard line, and now we've got an official's timeout again. And he's ready to go. 5:13 left to go in the game. 18-6 is our score, and Lanphier leads it. The Lanphier led 18-0 at the end of the first quarter. There's the snap, a big rush by the Tornadoes. The kick is going to be going to hit at the 40 and go out at about the 36-yard line of Taylorville. No run back on the play, and that's where the Tornadoes will have it. 1st and 10 with just over 5 minutes to play in the ball game. So the offense out once again. No matter the outcome of the game, Don, I think the Tornadoes have gained a lot of respect in this ball game.
Oh, you better bet, because let's just put it where it is. Since, like you say, really in the second quarter we took over and we dominated the game, and only by mistakes we could have possibly won this game. Maybe we will yet, but certainly we have a lot of respect from the rest of the schools in this conference.
Here's a give to Leach, the tailback, over the right side, and Mike's going to struggle forward for just a couple, and then there's a big pile.
Somebody's hurt on the field.
Now, the officials waited a long time to blow that play dead. That's what leads to some short tempers when players continue to hit and hit and no whistle. Big number 79, that's the 309-pounder back into the ball game, Carl Ziegler. It's a formidable-looking front wall for Lanphier.
Huge.
On 2nd down and 9. Here's to give to Leach. Trying to get to the corner, but he's caught that time and taken down on a good play from the linebacking. That was Ed Killian coming up to make the stop for Lanphier. A loss of a couple on the play. Third down and about 12 facing the Tornadoes. Ball is back just inside the Taylorville 35. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Lanphier leading at 18-6. On the third and long. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Back to pass. Odom. Looked like he wanted to throw a quickie. Now he rolls out and he gets caught. The ball's loose. They're going to say he was down, I believe.
I think they're saying he's down where the ball spurted out. That's a good call by the official. Definitely we want to punt the ball. Even though we're only 2 touchdowns down in this type of football game, that's somewhat of a moral victory we're playing out there tonight. So they won't want them to have a cheap touchdown.
Right. I agree with you 100%. Joe Clevis is coming onto the field. Yeah, why turn a good ball game into what looks like a lopsided route when it really hasn't been that way?
When we played them off their feet out there tonight.
Oh, absolutely. The last 3 quarters, the Tornadoes actually have won it to this point, 6-0. Now Taylorville's going to take a timeout. With 2:53 left to go in the ball game, Lanphier 18, Taylorville 6. We'll be back right after this. You're going to go for it. Line of scrimmage is Taylorville's own 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun with 2 receivers wide to the left side, 1 man wide to the right. Odom back, slips, steps up in the pocket, runs out to the right, and then probably threw the ball away, and now they're going to call the grounding.
Oh, I don't. We had number 80 is in that area out there. I don't see that as being a grounded ball.
No, I don't either. I thought he did a good job throwing it away.
We'll probably not take the penalty, I don't believe, on this play, or is that a loss of down?
That's a loss of down anyway.
Oh, boy.
I believe. So it's going to hurt us even worse. It was a 4th down play. Maybe it's not a loss of down because we're getting ready to put our kicking unit on the field. I don't understand that.
Well, maybe it's a penalty. I don't either because maybe it's a defensive team going on. Maybe that's what we have out there at this point. 18-6 is not a real indication of this game.
Yeah, look at this. It's a major walk-off.
Oh, my gosh, that really hurt. Well, we can pretty well,
14.
we're going for the win, but boy, you hate to see this happen. Gosh.
Well,
I tell you, I don't even agree with that call because we had number 80 out there who's in the area.
Yeah, the pass was short of him, but you're right. He was in the area, and normally that's a very loosely considered play anyway. If there's a man anywhere around the ball, they're not going to call it. That official did. Let's hope that the defense can hold here and that Lanphier will keep it on the ground and see what happens. They try a little inside handoff on the reverse. And it's
about into the end zone. Uh-oh, got a penalty in there. I don't know what's on.
I don't know, but it's a pickup of about 9 down near the 5-yard line. That's a face mask against the Tornadoes. So what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a score that is not indicative of the way the game was played for the last 3 quarters. Because now that's going to move the ball down half the distance to the goal. The flag was down at about the 5, so Lanphier is going to have it 1st and goal from somewhere around the 2.5-yard line. And the chances are that they're going to score again, although the Tornadoes didn't score when they were down to the 6-inch line earlier, so you never know. 2:34 left to go in the game. I can't even read the numbers on the players in the backfield right now for Lanphier. The give was to the tailback, and he doesn't get in, and I believe that was Andre Williams.
That'd be great if we could stop them here, but that's asking an awful lot, 1st and goal.
It is. Lost about a yard. It's 2nd down and looks close to 4 to go for the touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 4. Clock running now as we're down to 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. 18-6. Lanphier leads it. got a new quarterback for Lanphier.
Do they? Yes, they do.
Now we've got flags down all over the place prior to the snap.
Maybe Lanphier might be showing a little respect for the Tornadoes down there. You don't know, because they sure know they've been in a football game, and I just hate to see this score here. It's just going to kill me.
Blake Turner is in at the quarterback, and an illegal procedure is called, so that backs it up another 5, so that gives the Tornadoes a little chance to hold here. It's back out to around the 9-yard line, 2nd and goal with 1:51 left. But Turner is in at quarterback for this last series of downs for the Lanphier Lions. He hands it off to Andrew Williams, who cuts it back toward the middle, and not much there for Williams. He's going to be taken down around the 8, maybe. Pickup of a yard or so on the play. 3rd down and goal. And the clock continues to run.
Let's play tough here. Let's don't let them get in that end zone.
A couple new players coming in for Lanphier.
Should be a 5-yard penalty here for illegal delay. Oh, they're not going to get this play off. I guess they are.
3rd and goal from about the 7, maybe the 8-yard line now for Lanphier. Gave it straight ahead to the fullback, and he got
touchdown.
He is in for the touchdown. I thought he was down about a yard or 2 away, but he must have struggled forward for the touchdown. And unfortunately, a cheap touchdown for Lanphier late in this contest with only 53 seconds left. Is going to make this score look worse than it was for the Tornadoes. See if I can find out who that was, if that was
the big fullback.
It was Killian who went in from about 7 yards out, and now the attempt for the extra point. Hasn't been one yet tonight. There's the placement. This kick is no good, so there's still no conversions tonight, but the score is now 24-6. The Lanphier
quarter, we played great football tonight, and that last touchdown was more or less, you know, a gift in the sense that we grounded the ball, which I didn't think was grounded, and got, you know, the ball way down the field. So, you know, what are you going to say? We played tough tonight. We've improved. We're a better ball club tonight than we were last week, and certainly that's what we're interested in, is to improve our ball club each and every week.
Yeah, except for 2 big plays by Lanphier's offense and a couple of miscues by the Tornadoes.
Yeah,
it's a completely different ball. I know that sounds like a lot of ifs, but
yes,
if you were here and watched the game, I mean, that's the way it really was.
When you're on the 6-inch line and then you get a 5-yard penalty, that really hurts you.
And then fumble it away. Watch out here, that's a live ball.
Somebody knew that,
fortunately,
too.
One of the Tornadoes covered it well. It was a very short kick. It wasn't intended to be an onside kick, but it almost worked out that way for Lanphier. And that was Flynn, I believe, who very wisely came up and fielded that. Mike Flynn. And he's down at the 44-yard line. The clock's running now with just, it's supposed to be running, although it's not. Now it starts. Now we've got a whistle stopping play again. The Lanphier coach is out on the field.
He must have called timeout, maybe.
He did.
I think he's got some new people in there that's playing now, and I think he just wants to get them all lined up where they're supposed to be. With
only 52 seconds showing on the clock, Lanphier has called the timeout. 24-6. Chatham Glenwood, a familiar ball club, will be here visiting the Tornadoes. On the first down play from the Taylorville 39-yard line. Gives to the tailback, trying to get outside. He does. He turns the corner. He gets to the 50. That's Mike Leach, and then there's a spearing call as he was hit after he was down. That's going to cost another 15. Leach got all the way down to the 48-yard line and then took a real shot while he was laying on his back, and that's going to cost Lanphier another 15 yards. Using the helmet, spearing. That should take it down around the 32-yard line. That's always a dangerous play when young men do that. You don't want to see anybody get hurt in the game.
Well, they got a lot of new people in there, and you know, they're wanting to make a tackle out there, and sometimes they do a few things they shouldn't do.
But look at the difference in the size of that defensive front line now as compared to what it was the entire game. You start taking out those 280 and 309 pounders. Coming in there with the nose guard now that looks to be about 5'4", 160.
If that high,
Yeah.
if that big.
First and 10 Tornadoes, clock running, 42 seconds left, receivers left and right. Only one setback and
fumble.
another fumble on the snap, but that time
That may just about
was
run the
able to
clock
pick it
out.
up.
Yeah.
Well, there's been too many of those tonight, Don.
Yes, there has. We've had the biggest mistakes of the year we've made tonight. We haven't had those kind of mistakes.
We've only lost 2 of those fumbles, but it's been on the ground about 6 times.
Yeah, it's really hurt us, our mistakes.
Time for one more play. Clock says 10 and counting down. Odom calling the signals, drops back. Scrambles now, gets out of the pocket. He wants to go deep, and it's going to be incomplete in the end zone, and time has run out. It's all over here in Central State 8 Conference action from Taylorville. The ball game, but having spring.
At tight end, number 84, 5'10", 170-pound senior, Adam Laddy. At the split end, number 80, 6 foot, 175-pound senior, Ben Hamrick. At a tackle, number 74, 6 foot, 185-pound junior, Don Spears. At the other tackle, 5'11", 235-pound senior, number 72, Jason Carter. Starting at a guard, number 60, 5'8", 165-pound senior, Richard Rare. At the other guard, number 55, 5'11", 205-pound junior, Troy Helton. Starting at center, number 50, 5'10", 185-pound junior, Matt Hart. In the backfield, number 35, at running back, 5'6", 175-pound senior, Mike Leach. The other halfback, number 28, 5'10", 170-pound junior, Joe Norris. As a flanker, number 3, 5'8", 150-pound senior, Jason Bacadutri. And starting at quarterback, number 15, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore, Jed Odom. The officials for this evening game, referee Russell Pankey, umpire John McAvoy, head linesman Robert Schultz, line judge Dave Figueroa, and back judge Keith Norman. All officials from the Springfield Area Officials Association.
With you once again, and we're just about ready for the kickoff for tonight's action. The Taylorville Tornadoes and the Lanphier Lions. The Tornadoes have quad captains out on the field now, and the Lanphier Lions tri-captains, so we've got about half the squad out there. The Tornadoes will receive the opening kickoff to start this evening's action, and will defend the goal to our right. That's the south goal here at the Taylorville High School football field. And as Don told you earlier, absolutely no wind to be concerned with here tonight.
Because you have to think that this is your best team, and of course Lincoln last week, they've had their problems.
At least move the ball for a couple first downs and maybe surprise Lanphier a little bit here in the early going?
Well, that'd be great, because in their first 2 games, their offense started out rather sluggish and gave the opponents a good field position. And of course, we get the ball. Let's see if we can move it.
Let's see if Mike Leach can get us some good field position as he's back deep in the middle to return this, standing back around his own 10-yard line. And we're ready to get this contest underway. Here comes the kick from the Lanphier Lions as they move from our left to right. The kick is a good one. It's going to be fielded by Leach on the move at about the 8 to the 10, 15, looking for some running room, slips the tackle, gets across the 20, 25, and finally a big pile up around the 27-yard line, and that's where the Tornadoes are going to take over. First down and 10, the first offensive possession belonging to the Tornadoes. A bunch of those black and white shirted Lanphier Lions in on the stop on the far side of the field as the Tornadoes, moving from our right to left, will be at the right hash mark. Call it the 28-yard line. First down and 10. Odom starts out with the I formation in the backfield. Flanker right and split wide to the left. Odom with the count. He's going to drop back and throw on first down. He looks down the middle. He's got a man on a crossing pattern. That's Ladage. And Ladage has got about 7 up to about the 35. Let's see. Well, their forward progress up to almost the 37-yard line. Good play to come right out of the chute with, Don.
Very good.
And look at this quick huddle and back up over the ball, and we go out of a shotgun. A little bit of surprise here on second down and about a yard. Quick snap, the handoff to Leach, trying to get wide to the right. He's got a first down and more as he's up across the 45 out to the 49-yard line. So the Tornadoes moving the ball well here in the opening going, about 11-yard gain that time for Mike Leach. So 2 quick plays have gained about 20, 21 yards for the Tornadoes, and they have a first and 10 at their own 49 and right up over the ball once again. No huddle offense, again out of the shotgun. Wide left is receiver, flanker split to the right. Snap back to Odom. He drops way back, sets up a screen out into the left flat, and it's incomplete, intended for Norris, but that one had been sniffed out by the defender, and I don't think that play was going to go very far.
No, I think he did the wise thing. I don't know if he dropped it or if he dropped it on purpose, but we would have lost some yardage on that screen play.
Leandrew Wilson playing, I believe, the right corner. Sniffed that out and was right there to make the stop had it been completed. Second down and 10. This time Odom will be up under center. 2 receivers wide to the left, a man in the slot. And the give is straight ahead, and I'm not sure the ball's not loose.
Oh, I think it might be loose.
But apparently the Tornadoes got it back. It's going to be third down at about 10 as there was a miscue on the handoff. And the Tornadoes without a huddle again are going to go on third and 10 without a huddle. Now Odom quickly up under the center. I formation behind him. Odom drops straight back, takes a deep drop, looks down the field. He's got a man in Lanphier territory. Again, that's Ladage on the crossing pattern, gets it down to about the 44, but it's short of a first down. And the Tornadoes now look like they're going to bring on the kicking team. It's going to be fourth and a long 3. And I would think the strategy here is to try and pin Lanphier deep and hope that the defense can get the ball back for you with pretty decent field position, Don.
Yeah, I think we've done well moving the ball across the midfield stripe there, and I think that's something we really needed to have is field position, and unless they block our punt, I think we're going to have that position.
Klebus will kick for the Tornadoes. He stands back at his own 40-yard line. And it's a good snap. Klebus gets time, but it's a terrible kick. He almost missed the ball. It goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That is a 3-yard punt.
That really hurt because he really had a chance to get that one away, but it looked like the ball dropped out of his hand and just was dribbling down, and he hit it on the tip of the football.
On the point, yeah.
Yes, he sure did.
It just came up and drifted to his left and kicked out of bounds at the 41, a 3-yard punt, and Lanphier ends up with excellent field position, and Corey Erickson, a fine athlete, one of the top baseball prospects in the Midwest, is the quarterback. He's got the I formation behind him. He has an end split wide to the left, man in the slot on the left, give to the tailback, and he's caught immediately. And boy, who was that in there on that tackle for the Tornadoes?
Just somebody really ripped into him. It's hard to pick out. 33.
And that would be Derek Meadows, who came in there and threw the tailback for, well, they giving progress back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain. Second down and 10. Good defensive play there by Meadows. Second and 10 from their own 41-yard line now as the end splits wide to the left. This fullback's a big boy, Ed Killian, 6'1", 210. Erickson calls the signals. Drops back to pass and rolls to the left. He's looking downfield over the middle. And he's got his man, and he may go all the way. Breaking it all the way for the score is going to be James Evans.
It looked like they'd missed their first receiver, but all of a sudden Evans was there, and he got the ball, and no one was going to catch him.
I thought the intended receiver was the short man, but it went over his head to Evans, who was wide open.
And they're doing a crossing pattern, you know, the two wide receivers, and of course they got the deep man for the touchdown.
Well, what a shock there. The Tornadoes had moved the ball well offensively, held very well on that first down play, and with 8:36 to go in the first quarter, give up a bomb. There's the snap, the placement, the kick is
no
up.
Good.
It's no good. It's Lanphier 6, Taylorville nothing. We'll be back with the Lanphier kickoff right after this.
No good. Certainly come out of John Davis.
Terry Wright, Don Anderson back with you once again as Lanphier struck lightning quick here in the opening quarter on their second play from scrimmage, a 59-yard pass play, and now the kickoff taken at the 20. Return to the 25, trying to find some blockers up the middle, across the 30, and down around the 34-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Emmerich was the man returning the kick that time for the Tornadoes, who trail now 6-0 here early in the ball game. Only 2 offensive plays for the Lanphier Lions. Tornadoes huddle up and will have it 1st and 10 at about their own, let's call it 33-yard line. I formation and wide to the left, flanker set to the right. Give to the tailback, straight ahead. He's got a good hole up the middle and carries forward to about the 39, maybe across the 39-yard line. A pickup of at least 5 on the play. Mike Leach. Give him 6. Second down and 4. The nose of the ball just shy of the Taylorville 40-yard line. Again, the Tornadoes go with a quick huddle, or with no huddle, up over the ball. They give it to Leach again over the right side. He breaks the tackle. He's into Lanphier territory at the 50 to 45 and down at about the 43-yard line. Just a quick pop over right tackle, and Leach was into the Lanphier secondary and down at the 43, and the Tornadoes line up right on the ball again, Don.
Yeah, they're going with a no huddle, and it seems to be working pretty good for them.
They got the 43-yard line.
In left, flanker right, no huddle, quarterback sneak. Odom tries to take it straight ahead. He gets to about the 40 before he's knocked back. A pickup of about 3 on the play. And he took a pretty good shot just then.
Yes, he did. Yeah, they must have seen something in there where they thought they could run the quarterback sneak, and he did make a couple of 30 yards.
He was leaning forward, and all of a sudden I saw his head pop back the other way. Again with no huddle, second down about 7 from the 40. Here's a give to the tailback, Leach. Leach tries that right side, splits through a couple of would-be tacklers and gets down around the 37. So he picks up about another 3. Second down and a long 4 for the Tornadoes. Back to Dutry to the near side. Again with no huddle. Call the audible at the line of scrimmage. Odom brings it back, hands it off to the left side. This time it was Derek Meadows. Nowhere to go for Meadows, and he is taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe made a yard.
This time I got a feeling we're going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, I think so.
4th and 3 at
4th and a long 3 here. Or even
36. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with that crossing pattern once again. We've hit it twice already.
Good time to pull them off sides if you have a cadence to do that with.
And I think we jumped.
I think we're the ones that jumped and not them.
I believe our left guard lifted up. Troy Helton came up about a count early.
Yeah.
That may change our strategy
Yeah,
now.
might change it to punting the ball, but I don't see the punter on the field yet.
Now
there he is.
The illegal procedure against the Tornadoes. That's going to back the ball up. Lanphier leading at 6-0 here in the early going. 6:14 to play in the first quarter. The line of scrimmage is the Lanphier 41, and once again Clevis comes on to punt on a 4th down and 8 situation facing the Tornadoes. Last time Joe dropped the ball or slipped out of his hand, and he caught it on the point of the football and only got a net 3 yards out of his punt. Let's see what he does this time. About the same spot on the field. Snap's good.
Good
This
punt.
is a good punt this time. It's driving the man back inside his own 10, and Bacadutry's down there to make the first hit, but he stays alive on his feet and out to about the 15, 17-yard line, and that's where Lanphier will have it 1st down and 10. Returning the ball that time for Lanphier was John Day.
John Day on the return, tackled by number 60, Richard Greer.
Richard Greer with the stop for the Tornadoes, and Lanphier will begin. Where are they going to mark him? At the 19-yard line? At the 19. 1st down and 10 now for Lanphier. They started their last series at their own 41, and on the second play struck for a 59-yard touchdown pass. 5:58 to play in the first quarter. Lanphier leading at 6-0. Day's the running back. Killian is the fullback. Man in the slot set to the right side. Erickson, the quarterback, drops back, gives to the tailback Day. He's got a hole over the left side, breaks tackles, and finally is dragged down by Norris, but not until Day gets out to about the 34, almost the 35-yard line, and picks up a 1st down on a 16-yard carry. First and 10, Lanphier just shy of their own 35-yard line. Erickson has B.J. Hammett wide to the near side. Man in the slot on the right side is Barnhill. High formation behind him. Give to the tailback, trying to get to the outside. He does. He's got some running room. Down the far side, he's at the Taylorville 40, the 30, the 20. Still on his feet, and he's going to go all the way in for the score. All the way from the 34-yard line, a 66-yard touchdown run, and again, the second play of the series.
Yeah, it looks pretty dim right now. We've got to be able to contain that speed, and we didn't get very many pursuit angles. He is a very fast boy, and he just outran us the rest of the way after he got by our first line.
That was Andra Williams, who took it all the way down with 5:25 to go in the quarter, and they've only run 4 offensive plays. And they're going to go for the 2 on the fake conversion attempt. The throw is knocked down in the end zone, so it's Lanphier 12, Taylorville nothing. Back with the Lanphier kickoff right after this. Lanphier ready to kick it off once again to the Tornadoes. Leach will be back deep in the middle, and he's going to field this one at his own 10. Up the middle to the 15, to the 20, and he's tripped up as he gets to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Tornado offense will take over for the 3rd time this evening. Taylorville trailing it 12-0. Only 4 offensive plays run by the Lanphier Lions on the second play of each drive. They've broken for a long one, a 59-yard pass and a 66-yard touchdown run. So lightning has struck twice already here in the first quarter against the Tornadoes.
And we're a little bit down. You can tell that we're not really up at this point, so let's hope we can do something quickly here.
What's so strange is that the offense really has moved the ball fairly well both times they had it. The drives just stalled. This time, though, they're stacked up at about the line of scrimmage, but then pushing the pile forward, and I believe that's Leach at the bottom of the pile. It is, and he's going to have
a couple of yards.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Second and about 7. And the Tornadoes now going with the huddle on the offense. And we're going to go with a power eye in the backfield this time. Meadows is in there at the fullback. We've got a whistle and a flag down prior to the snap. This has to be for an equipment violation, doesn't it, Don?
Either that or we lined up, or somebody lined up offside. Might not have been Taylorville.
It's offside Lanphier. They lined up.
That's right, lined up in
neutral zone.
That's right, the neutral zone. So immediately he's going to blow the whistle, and we'll get a 5-yard penalty out of it.
So we're looking at 2nd down and 2 now for the Tornadoes. How do you like to sign a contract to be a running back for $13.6 million over the next 4 years?
That'd be nice, except I sure wouldn't want to run against the people in that NFL, would you?
I don't know. For that kind of money,
You'd do it, wouldn't you?
On 2nd down and 2 now for the Tornadoes. Odom keeps it himself. Bootlegs to the right. He's wanting to throw back left. He's got Adam Lattige at the 50. Adam Lattige hauls it in and is taken down at about the 46-yard line in Lanphier territory. And a throwback as Odom rolled right through it back to his left, and he was covered. Lattige just went up and pulled it in.
Did a great job of catching the ball, and the pass was a good pass also.
I thought there was some running room for Odom.
I thought so too, it looked like, but he did probably a little better by passing it.
So again, out of the power eye. 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line. A give to the tailback. Tries to find a hole up the middle, and he's only going to get a yard at best, as he may have nudged to the 45. And I believe that's Leach at the bottom of the pile once again. And we've had pretty good success throwing the ball. And I'll say this, we've changed the offense up enough to keep the defense on their heels a little bit here. We've gone with no huddle. We've gone from a shotgun. Now we've gone to a power I formation, which is strong to the right side. Both ends are in tight. And that time, Jeb Odom lost the handle on the ball and fumbles it at the 48-yard line, and that's where Lanphier will take over. He made a fake on a handoff, and it looked like the ball hit the halfback diving through the hole, and it just dropped out of Odom's hands right at the 48-yard line, and there was no one around the ball from Taylorville. It was wide open for Lanphier to recover, and they get their best field position at the 48. They lead it 12-0 here with 3:15 still to play in the first quarter. Quickly up over the ball comes Lanphier. Split an end wide to the right, put a man in the slot on the right side. Erickson, the quarterback, will call the signals. Fakes to the tailback, drops back to throw. Rolls out now, he's under pressure, looks down the middle. He's got a man at the Taylorville 30, and he hauls it in. On the receiving end is George Wilson down at the 30-yard line. That's about a 22-yard pickup to Wilson.
They have a number of athletes out there. It's quite obvious, and if you try to stay too much on their quarterback, you know, what are you going to do? Got to toughen up on defense.
This is the dangerous play. It's the second play of the drive.
That's right. This is the one where we've been burnt.
This time they line up with the end wide to the left and the man in the slot to the left side. Keep the I formation behind Erickson. Erickson takes the snap, goes back and hands it off to the tailback, and he's stuck right at the line of scrimmage and taken down for the Tornadoes. I think it was Richard Rare in there first.
It's what we call a sprint draw, where he goes back and hands it to the tailback like he's going to pass, and didn't fool anybody that time.
Well, we got by the second play of the drive. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Right at the Taylorville 30-yard line for Lanphier. They lead it 12-0. Wingback sets to the left side. Both the end is split wide to the left. Little cross-buck action in the backfield, trying to get to the right side and down at about the Taylorville 26-yard line. Coming up to help make the stop for the Tornadoes was Troy Helton and Ben Hamrick. Pickup of about 4 on the play. 3rd down and 6. And Tornado defense really needs to stiffen here and hold, because you would guess that Lanphier is going to go for it twice here on 3rd down, if they don't make it again on 4th down, being at the Taylorville 26-yard line. And wide left, man in the slot to the left side for Erickson. Takes the snap, drops back, fakes to the tailback, rolls to the left. He wants to throw. He's got a man downfield. It's caught. Enough for the first down, as he's going to be down near the 10-yard line. Another first down, and Lanphier keeps the drive alive. Let's see where they're going to mark it. About the, from here, it looks like about the 11 or 12-yard line. Bacadutri made the stop. But Lanphier's alive with a first down and 10 at about, it looks like the 12-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. This time the end comes wide to the near side, and I mean he is really split wide to this side. Erickson fakes to the fullback, keeps it himself around the left end, and he's going to be very close to a first down. He stays in bounds. Erickson has it down at about the 5. Meadows makes the stop, but not until Erickson gets down close to the 5. A pickup of at least 6 on the play. Second and short 4, long 3, facing the Lanphier Lions with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Erickson will call the signals. Should get this play off before the end of the quarter. Pitches it back to the tailback, trying to get wide to the right side, looking to get to the corner. And he's in for the score. From about 5 yards out, a sweep to the right, in for the score. And I'm trying to pick up the ball carrier's number. I believe it was George Wilson.
Number 7, wasn't it? No,
34, I believe.
34, I'm sorry. 7 seems to be out there quite often. What's his name?
That's Evans, who caught that first pass.
Yeah, he's a real fine football player. We are seeing a lot of good football players tonight.
Attempt for the extra point coming. They've missed twice now. Here's the kick that is up. No good. Lanphier leads now 18-0 at the end of 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this. Wright and Don Anderson back with you once again here at Taylorville High School football field, where that last touchdown by Lanphier ended the first quarter of play. So we switch into the field, and this time the kick is going to be taken. I hope pick it up.
I hope somebody picked it up.
Ben Hamrick finally picks it up, but he's going to be down at about the 5-yard line, and boy, there was a mental mistake. As Hamrick and Leach let the ball roll in between them. Neither one appeared to want to pick it up at first, and finally Hamrick did. But, of course, as most everyone knows, a kick is a free ball. You have to cover it no matter what.
Has to go 10 yards, and after that, it's anybody's football. And it seemed like both boys were hoping it'd roll into the end zone, and it didn't. And certainly we're in bad field position.
We're down 18-0 to start the second quarter and start out with the ball at our own 5-yard line. For the most part, the offense has moved the ball, but we're never able to keep the drives alive. We're forced to punt, then turn it over once on a fumble. But now we have to start back deep in our own territory. We go with the power eye. Odom tries to give it just straight ahead, and it looks like it's good for a pickup of almost 5 on the play. And I believe that was Derek Meadows who carried from the fullback position and got that
about 4 yards. About 4 yards.
Second and 6. We've just started the second quarter of play, and Lanphier, who struck like lightning early in this first quarter, tallied 3 scores but no extra points and lead at 18-0. Here's a give to the tailback. Leach to the outside. Leach to the 20, to the 25, and down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice
Pick up
run.
of about 16 on the play for Leach. And a first down for the Tornadoes. And, boy, we really need a play like that in this drive to get us out from under our own goalpost and give us a little breathing room.
Lanphier has a huge defensive line. I mean, they are big people.
79 in there is a big man. Let's see where he is. Carl Ziegler. He goes 309.
309.
Here's the give, I believe, to Meadows straight ahead. Nothing there. Yeah, number 79 got in on the top of that pile and pushed it back, too. He is a big man.
Number 7 is their fellow to watch on defense. He plays all positions. He's allowed to be in the secondary, then he's a linebacker, and then he's a down lineman. But
that's Evans.
That's Evans, and he is really a fine football player, so they let him do a lot of things. You don't see many football players that can play on the line, play linebacker, and then go to a defensive back, and that's what this young man does.
Yeah, he's out there at defensive end right now, to that right side. Odom drops back to pass, rolls to the right, looks downfield. He's got a man there. Takes it in stride and is out of bounds but not until the first down. And on the receiving end was Mike Flynn, enough for a first down, up to about the 42 or 3 yard line. Call it the 43 of Taylorville, another first down, and a nice job by Jeb Odom, rolling out, finding his receiver. Flynn was wide open. First and 10, Taylorville at their own 43-yard line. Remember, this drive started back at the 5. Odom puts out 4 receivers this time, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Only a lone setback behind him. Quick pass out to the left. He's got his man there, and it's good for about 5. On the receiving end, I believe, was Hamrick this time. Ben Hamrick on the quick pass. Picks up 5. Second down and 5 for the Tornadoes. We've really changed our offense up. This is about the 3rd different formation we've seen when we went with 4 wide receivers that time. And again, we go with 2 split to the left, 2 to the right. Again, just a lone setback. Back to pass. Pump fake. Keeps it himself. Trying to roll to the left. He's got running room. And he is into Lanphier territory and runs out of bounds on the far side of the field around the 45-yard line, but that's good for a first down on about a 10-yard pickup. So the young quarterback for the Tornadoes really using his head, Don. Had no open receivers, so.
He's doing a great job, you know, and the fact is he had that big 309-pounder right on his tail that time, and he ran a little bit faster, I believe. I believe I would.
I think you're right. First down and 10, Taylorville at the Lanphier 45. We've been able to get into Lanphier territory each time, but the drives have stalled. Let's hope we can keep this one alive and go down and get on the board. Here's a give over the right side. There's running room. And down to about the 37-yard line for the Tornadoes that time. Was that Meadows again?
A fullback, yeah, I believe Meadows was playing fullback, and then he ran more like a veer play to the outside and sort of with an option that could have come off of that if they'd pulled it out. But they're really doing a good job offensively. We just got to do a little bit more on defense.
Timeout, Lanphier with 9:35 to play in the first half. It's Lanphier 18, Taylorville nothing. Back after this.
He's first down.
As we come back to the action, Jeb Odom keeps it himself and sneaks for the first down as he gets it to the 35, just across the 35-yard line in Lanphier territory, where it's first down and 10. Back into the lineup comes Meadows, and out goes Norris. They'll bring the play in from the sideline from Coach Alberson. First and 10. Just inside the 35 in Lanphier territory, with Lanphier leading it by a score of 18-0. I formation and wide to the right side. Back to pass. Odom looks downfield. Oh, just off the fingertips of Adam Ladage. Pass was just a little bit high.
And that his first incomplete pass? Haven't had too many.
Well, I'd have to think, Don. I'm not real sure right now, but he has thrown the ball very well, and that one was just a little high and maybe behind Adams' head. He couldn't quite get up there, could only get one hand on the ball. Second down and 10 facing the Tornadoes. Oh, he had an incompletion on that screen pass.
That's right. We did have that other, you're correct. I think that's his second one.
Now we go with the shotgun on second and 10 from the 35. Fake the handoff. We set up a screen, set out to the right. Joe Norris has got it, but he's also got 2 white-shirted Lanphier players in front of him. He gets away from him. Norris finally gets upended, but not until he gets down to about the 23-yard line. Let me tell you, he had to outrun 2 defenders.
Yeah, and I tell you, that show, Joe's got some real speed when he can outrun the secondary, and he did. He just purely outran them that time.
We didn't fool them with the screen. They had 2 men out there, and Norris just single-handedly got away from them and picked up the first down. And then when he got hit down around the knees, he did a complete flip before he landed back on the ground. But it's first and 10 now at about the 22-yard line in Lanphier territory. Oh, no, we fumbled the ball again on the exchange between the center and the quarterback. Lanphier signaling that they've got it. We're waiting for the official signal.
I believe we have it. I believe. I'm not sure. Trying to dig them up. No, Taylorville's got the ball.
Second down, Taylorville. Boy, Jeb came back out of there without the ball, and I have no idea who got in on the bottom of the pile to get it for the Tornadoes.
They gained about a yard on the play.
We got a yard gain out of it, though.
Got a yard out of it. We really need to score in this drive to get us back into the ball game.
Yeah, that'd be a big morale booster if nothing else. Right now it's Leach and Norris, the setbacks behind Jeb Odom. And on a little crossbuck, they try to get it to Leach, but he's caught and thrown for a big loss. Clear back to about the 30-yard line, as that time the defense sniffed it out. And a loss of 8, maybe 9 yards on the play. Going to bring up a long third down play now. Third and about 18.
The 30-yard line will be third down and 17.
So an obvious passing down here. Mike Leach comes off the field shrugging his shoulders like, what could I do? There was nowhere to go, and
there wasn't anything for him that time. They just they stayed at home, and what can you say?
McAdootrey goes wide to the left. Norris is a flanker set to the right side. Hamrick is in the slot. Back to pass, big rush. They throw underneath to Norris. Norris has got the ball, jukes one would-be tackler, and then gets back down inside the 25 to about the 24. Picks up about 7 or 8, but it's going to bring up a 4th and long, 4th and 10, maybe 11 yards to go for a first down. And now we've got a timeout asked for by the Tornadoes with 7:07 to go first half. Lanphier 18, Taylorville nothing. Back after this. Don Anderson back with you once again on a 4th and about 12. Out of the pocket, looking deep toward the end zone. He's got a receiver there. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown. Beautiful. Beautiful.
What a throw. What a catch.
Right at the back of the end zone. Beautiful.
Is it Lattage?
Boy, did he do a good job of putting his foot down, or both of them. The only thing in high school, you only have to have one foot down. That was really one of the best plays I've seen in a long time. Wasn't that a beautiful one?
It was to Adam Lattage. It was about 23 yards, and that was a great play. It was a 4th down play. And Jeb Odom had to get away from the rush, stepped up and threw into the right corner of the end zone and got Adam Lattage for the touchdown. And boy, what a lift that is for the Tornadoes. You made the comment a while ago, Don, at the break, that our offense right now is our best defense.
Sure is.
That comes with 6:57 to go in the first half. Makes it 18-6 with the extra point coming. The kick is up, and it is
no good.
No good. Must have been off to the side because it had enough distance with the score. Now, Lanphier 18, Taylorville 6. Back with the Taylorville kickoff right after this. Well, Don, just what the Tornadoes needed was a nice drive, and you have to remember that we started that drive on the kickoff to start the second quarter from our own 5-yard line, so we controlled it for 5 minutes and 3 seconds and 95 yards.
Low kick.
Going to be fielded at about the 15. Trying to get to the near side. He's at the 20, the 21, and run out of bounds. Never did get him down, but got him out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 23-yard line, and that's where Lanphier will take over 1st and 10, and now the defense has to answer the call. The offense did their job, gave the defense a breather, got us back into the game at 18-6, and it's got to be a morale booster, if nothing else, at this point of the game, just to know that you can march the ball down the field and score against this team. And now if we could force some kind of a turnover, fumble, interception, any kind of a busted play, try to get the ball back and maybe get another score before the half. Erickson wants to pass. He pumps fakes once. He goes deep. He's got a man back there. The pass is slightly underthrown, but he's able to take it in at about the 50 and is down at the 45-yard line. We're lucky that pass was underthrown. On the coverage is Bo Likens.
Seems like they can do everything pretty well out there. You know, this team can go to the outside certainly well. They've been able to run inside, and of course they've passed against us. So, you know, our defense, I don't know what to say. You just get out there and you play a little tougher and try to stop them.
Bo got turned around that time. He actually was in pretty good shape that he could have picked that off. His left shoulder, and the pass went behind him. was slightly underthrown, and that's the only thing really that allowed him to catch up and make the tackle. Had that not happened, had the pass been out in front of the receiver a little bit, it could have been another 6. But a big first down play.
One thing we need to do is get our guy on the clock to start it. There we go.
First down and 10 from the Taylorville 47-yard line. 18-6, Lanphier leads it. Corey Erickson calls the signals. Pitch is back. It's coming wide to the near side on the sweep. Day is caught, stood up, and driven back. And that's Troy Helton on the stop. Boy, Day had nowhere to go. The Tornadoes strung that play out to the near side right in front of the Taylorville bench and throw Day for a loss of about 3 on the play right back to the midfield stripe.
I think what he was trying to do is reverse his field that time, and that was the worst mistake he could have made. Real good defensive that time. Good defense.
So maybe that touchdown has fired up the defense for the Tornadoes. See what we can do here on what you would guess would be a passing situation. Second and about 13. 5:50 to go in the first half. Lanphier leading at 18-6. Option play from Erickson down the right side, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more after he stopped by Troy Helton. Give him about 5 on the pickup to the 45, but it's going to bring up a third down and 9. We nearly had Erickson in the backfield, and he did a good job just getting what he did out of that play.
Took the trail man on the option very well. In fact, we tackled him back there. They'll let you do that occasionally, but if you do that too often, they'll call a penalty on you. That's the right thing to do. Wait until they penalize you. Keep hitting him.
Not much variation now to the Lanphier offense, at least not in the alignment.
Ooh, somebody moved.
Yeah, he moved, but he got set again. Here's a give to the tailback over the right side. He's got a big hole as he gets to the far sideline at about the 40. A pickup of about 5. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, or make that 4th and 3 for the Lanphier Lions.
It'll be interesting to see if Lanphier will punt this time.
4th and at least 4 where they've got it marked. Now, that's pretty good size to pick up on 4th down, but I got a feeling that they're going to go for it.
I'm not sure. Looks like you're right, Terry.
Erickson
looks
comes
like
back
they are
out.
going for it.
That play went to the far side of the field right in front of the Lanphier bench, and Erickson was able to stand over there and talk with the coach and get the play from the sideline. So a big play for the defense now on a 4th and about 4 from the Taylorville 41. See if the defense can hold and turn it back over to the offense with just under 5 minutes to go in the half.
He may be trying to pull us offside. That's
right.
what he was doing.
Exactly, and the Tornadoes held, and there's a delay of game, and now they'll have to punt the ball as it backs it up to a 4th and 9. Well, you mentioned earlier if we could draw them offside on a play, and instead we jumped, but that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to get us to jump. The defense held their ground, and now it's going to force a punt. 4th and 9 from the Taylorville 46. We have Joe Norris going back deep for the Tornadoes to return this punt. Got to be careful here. We can't afford any kind of a turnover. It'd be nice to get a good run back. Lanphier having a little bit of a mix-up, a player short on their punting team. Better watch it, they'll get another delay.
Sure will.
Punter standing back at about his own 42-yard line. Left-footed kicker, kicks a nice high one. Some good downfield blocking. Norris has got it at the 15. Straight arms one man, gets across the 20 to about the 24, and we might have a face mask penalty.
I'm not sure. We'll have to wait on this.
Was that a flag I saw go down?
Either that or a hat or something to mark the ball.
Yeah, that could be. It could have been the bean bag.
I think that's what it was. I don't see a flag at this point.
No?
Wait a minute.
There
Wait a minute.
is.
Yes, they're talking
But it
out
could
there.
be a face mask against Norris.
Against Norris, huh?
Nope,
No,
it's against Lanphier.
Yeah, that's a good break.
I
Good
thought
break.
they might called it on the offense on that straight arm. They can do that, but
No. Well, you can if you know, it all depends on how you do it.
right. And that's a big mark off. That's a 15-yard penalty tacked onto that return. So that takes it clear out to the 38-yard line and gives us pretty good field position with still adequate time to play here in the first half. I think we've just used one timeout, so we've got a couple timeouts left, and an offense is capable of moving the ball with 4:45 to go in the half, trailing 18-6. First quarter belonged to Lanphier, but the Tornadoes have come to life here in the second quarter. Odom has the 2 setbacks. Bacadutri to the near side. Hamrick is split wide to the left side. Norris and Leach in the backfield. Gives to Norris, straight ahead, gets to the 40, pickup of maybe 2 on the play. Second down and 8 to go now for the Tornadoes as Meadows brings the play in from the sideline. He'll replace Norris. Odom will be in the shotgun formation now. Second and 8 from the 40. Clock running down to the 4-minute mark. They give it to Leach. Leach trying to get out to the right side, cuts it back up the field. Leach has got 5, maybe 6 on the play as he's up to about the 47-yard line, giving 7.
Nice run and good hole in there that time. Our offensive line's done a pretty good job out there. You know, I have to say, you know, the big people on the other side of the ball, and they're moving them. You know, we started slow at all 3 of our ball games, and we're getting a little stronger as this game goes along. I don't know if we'll be good enough to win, you know, to win the ball game tonight, but by golly, we're moving it.
What would a touchdown here before the half mean to us, boy?
Might put us back into it.
High formation now for Odom on 3rd and a long yard. Gibbs going to be to the tailback, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Not going to have the first down, and boy, here comes a big call now for Coach Albertson. Do you gamble here with 3 minutes to go in the half to try to get the first down, or do you kick it away knowing that you probably won't get the ball back? I think we're going to go for it as Meadows comes in. 3 minutes and counting down in the half. 4th down and about 1.5 yards now for a first down. This is when one of your linemen needs to say, bring it behind me. I'll get the 1.5 yards for you. Now we've got a request for a timeout by the Tornadoes with 2:42 to go in the half. Lanphier 18, Taylorville 6, back in 60 seconds.
I think I'd punt it.
Yeah.
He'll be a good one. Take him some time.
Well, probably the most important call of the game so far for the Tornadoes. 4th down and about 1.5 yards from their own 47-yard line. 2:42 to play in the half, trailing 18-6. Back to pass. It's a quick little look in, and Hamrick's got it at the 40, the 35, the 30, down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, what a great call that was. All of us were expecting a run somewhere in there, and it was a slant-in pass for a good yardage.
Not only a great call, but great execution by Odom, and Hamrick takes it all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Call it the 24. 1st and 10, 2:35 to go in the half, and the Tornadoes on the move. McAdutry left, Hamrick to the right. The backs are split. Norris and Leach behind Jeb Odom, the quarterback. The give is going to be to Norris over left side, and
Running
Norris
hard.
struggles forward near the 20-yard line. Let's see where they unpile.
Hard running back.
Looks like he's going to have at least 4. Almost to the 20-yard lines where they're going to mark it, between the 20 and the 21. 2nd down and about 6 facing the Tornadoes. We've just passed the 2-minute mark in the first half. The second quarter has belonged to the Tornadoes. They were down 18-0 at the quarter, but now it's 18-6. The Tornadoes threatening. Lanphier showing blitz. Tornadoes give it straight ahead to Derek Meadows. A great call against a blitz.
Yes, it was.
And Meadows is down to about the 15, but he's going to be a little short of the first down. I guess they're going to mark him at the 16. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Short 2.
And I'm not sure that he was leaning so low going through the line that he kind of lost his own footing there.
Yeah.
Or he might have been able to pick up that first down. But here we are with a 3rd down and about 2. I formation behind Odom. There's the fake. The pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Adam Ladage that time, and again, the Tornadoes are going to be looking at a 4th down. Well, we know that Mike Flynn's got plenty of leg to kick a field goal if he wanted to from here.
I don't know if that'd be the thing to do here because 18-6, you know, we just kick a field goal, we'll only be less than a touchdown behind them here. So I don't know.
We haven't had an extra point yet in the game, and that would be good for 3 of them right there.
Yeah, that would be great.
We're going to take the timeout, but we're going to keep it right here with just 1:07 left to go for the Taylorville score. Unfortunately for the Tornadoes, no extra point. And fortunately, no extra points by Lanphier either on their 3 scores. So we've had 4 touchdowns, but no extra points in the game. And now the Tornadoes discussing what they're going to do on 4th down. About 2 to go for a first down. And about 17 to go for a touchdown. Bacadutri wide to the left. Only 1 setback now as we've got 2 receivers to the right. Norris is the nearest to the sideline. Hamrick's in the slot. Leach stays in the backfield. Oh, and there's a blitz. They've caught him, and the pass is knocked down. The blitz came in, and it stops the Tornadoes on 4th down. And one of those big linemen got a paw up and knocked the pass down.
I think they smelled that one out. I don't think we were going to do much good with that play, but it's a good call. Got to do something, you know, with a good football team that you're playing, you know, and screen plays aren't that bad of a call.
We didn't pick up the blitz. As the linebacker fired through and was right on Jeb Odom before he had any chance. So the drive ends at the 17-yard line of Lanphier. 1:07 to go in the half. I doubt that Lanphier is going to be content. They're going to come out and try to go for something here. They're not going to sit back on that 18-6 lead with 1:07 to go. And they try a little cross buck, a big hole up the middle, a lot of running room for the big fullback, and he's out to the 30, about the 31-yard line. And for the Tornadoes on the stop, we see Doug Kamadi and Matt Repscher. First down. Lanphier very quickly over the ball. They're in their 2-minute drill. They're going without a huddle with 58 seconds left. First down and 10. Quick pass out into the right flat. Covered immediately. The ball came loose, I think. See if they call it incomplete or was the player down. The officials are getting together. It's incomplete. Good coverage over there, and unfortunately I couldn't see who it was that covered that for the Tornadoes. Hamrick is what we hear from the PA announcer. So good job by Ben knocking that one away. Second down and 10 from their own 32-yard line with 40 seconds now on the clock. So the clock, of course, stops on the incompletion. Play comes in from the sideline for Corey Erickson, the quarterback for the Lanphier Lions. Lanphier started like a house of fire, but the Tornadoes have come back and played well in this second quarter. It's got to be a big confidence builder for the Tornadoes to have a second quarter like they've had. Back to pass. There's a flag down. Erickson wants to pass. Got plenty of time. He looks to his right.
Oh, good
coverage. And is that Hamrick again, number 80? No. I believe that's Joe Norris, 28, isn't it?
I'm not sure. It's a little hard to see over on that end.
Joe Norris on the coverage. We have an illegal procedure call against Lanphier, but with 30 seconds left, it would bring up a 3rd and 10. What are you going to do, Coach?
I'd not take the penalty.
I think you're right.
Well, they did take the penalty. Yes, to get them farther back, but
I guess the down situation isn't that critical with only 30 seconds left. But 5 yards might be very critical. So again, the play comes in from the sideline. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we're going to have our usual halftime report with Art Kimball. Give Don and I a chance to regroup here at the press box, Taylorville High School football field on a beautiful evening. 18-6, Lanphier leading the Taylorville Tornadoes as Erickson calls the signals. Runs the option down the right side, still has the ball, turns the corner, slips the tackle, still on his feet, and finally dragged down on the far side. We got a flag down way behind the play. And one of the Tornadoes is real happy. I don't know what the Lanphier player was doing, but standing back here was Matt Repscher, and he was tickled to death that the flag went down. And that was way away from the ball. It's a clip. That's why Repscher's happy. He got hit in the back, and the offending player got caught. So that one definitely the Tornadoes will take, because there was a good pickup on the play that time by Erickson, who kept it himself around the right end. And this is really going to move them back now with only 18 seconds left to play in the half. The marching band forming in the end zone for the Tornadoes. Now the mark off for the clip. Going to take it clear back to about the 23-yard line. It's still just a second down, but it's second down and a bunch. 2nd and 20, the clock says. 18 seconds left to play, and the clock starts to move. Erickson may have just the one play left. He hands it off straight up the middle. There's quite a bit of running room, but it's good for about a 10-yard pickup. But when you're looking at a 2nd and 20, it doesn't mean all that much, as the time is going to run out here at the first half. The Taylorville Tornadoes came back in that second quarter and have cut the score to 18-6. Let's hold on. We may have one more play going. The 3rd down and 11, but the ball is at the Lanphier 30-yard line, so they've got to come up with a 70-yard play here, Don. Have 2 or 3 more guys deep, I think, here. You don't expect them to try and run for a 70-yard play to close the half. You'd think they'd throw,
they're going to run it.
They're going to run.
Well, they better get him.
He's going to get a lot. He's up to the 50. He's going to improve his stats considerably. About a 19-yard pickup on the play, but the horn sounds ending the first half of play, and the Lanphier Lions lead the Taylorville Tornadoes 18-6, but the Tornadoes go into the locker room in a...
Let's hear it for the players, sponsors, and contributors to this great new tradition. If anyone is interested in playing next year, they better not wait to get their entry fees paid.
If anyone remembers seeing that play, seeing the man hit him on the lay, just unbelievable. But you don't expect those things in baseball, especially just running the bases.
Yeah, I in his arm. Didn't think it at that time.
Legs like this.
Yeah. Important. The first series of downs is going to be in the second half, and here we have Lanphier, who's blitzed the Tornadoes twice with long touchdowns, 59 and 66 yards. They're going to have the first opportunity of the second half, and the Taylorville defense is going to be put to the test immediately.
It'd be interesting to see the changes that might be, in the offense and defense for the Tornadoes as well as Lanphier. I don't imagine we're going to see a lot of changes. I thought our defense played pretty well, and Lanphier, I think, will just continue to do the things that they did, and maybe we might pass the ball a little bit more, but we'll just have to wait and see. They're ready to kick off.
Now, we gave them several offensive looks in the first half. They just pretty much stayed with their basic offense. Here's Flynn's kick. It hits and rolls down to about the 16.
He didn't know that
still
either.
Loose, and finally it picked up and down immediately. And down there on the coverage for the Tornadoes was Chad Milo.
Boy, I tell you, I thought for a second there, Terry, he was going to let that ball lay there. But he didn't, but he sure didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Well, the tackle's made clear back at about the 14, and that's where Lanphier will start 1st and 10. So let's see what the Tornado defense can do right now. As we've just got this second half underway, Lanphier with the first opportunity offensively. They come out just very much like they did in the first half, put an end wide to the right side, the I formation in the backfield, and the flanker set on the right side. They give it to the tailback over right tackle, and he picks up 3 or 4 before he's downed over there on the left defensive side. Looks like Troy Helton in on the stop for the Tornadoes, giving him about 4, 2nd down and 6. So far, a very well-played ball game by both teams. A couple of big plays. Put Lanphier on top early, but it's been pretty even since then. Again, the I formation, and the gives to the tailback. He's trying to get wide around their left side. He's going to be up to the 25 or so before he's knocked down. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, but early in the ball game, that was the type of play that went for a 59 or 66-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and right now it looks like at least we're containing them, keeping them inside of us. And of course, with that good kickoff, they got to drive a long ways.
Tornadoes could certainly use a turnover here. There's only been the one turnover in the game. Tornadoes gave it up on a fumble in Lanphier territory. Be nice to get one back here. Line of scrimmage is right about the 26-yard line now for Lanphier. And wide to the right. Back goes Erickson, hands off to
Oh,
the tailback,
good
and he's
defense.
swarmed under. I see Flynn in there. I see Rare. I don't know who else, but there was about 4 players in there on that stop. As they handed it off to the tailback, he was hit almost immediately, a loss of nearly 4 yards on the play, second and about 14 from the 22.
Looked like he was trying to counter. He handed the ball off. Looks like he wanted to go back against the flow, and boy, the flow was on top of him.
The flow was all purple.
That's right.
On the second down play now from the 22, we've got a whistle and an equipment timeout, I believe, for the tailback from Lanphier, as the official's trying to help him with something. Now
Now we're
says he's
ready to go.
And we'll go again. And the clock moves with 9:45 left to play in the third quarter, an 18-6 Lanphier lead. On second and long. Corey Erickson, the quarterback. Keeps it himself. Options it down the right side, and he's going to be hit after a pickup of about 3 on the play. Trying to pick up the tackler, I believe, was Joe Norris. Good stop by Norris. Stood Erickson right up after a pickup of about 4 on the play. Now it's third down and 10, so here's the first big play of the second half.
That's right.
Place for the defense to stand. They hold here. They'll get the ball back in what should be relatively good field position. Jason Bacadutri comes out to the near side to cover the end, split wide to the near side. High formation stays in the backfield. Back to pass goes Erickson. He rolls. He's under pressure. He gets away from one man over the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Carl Vaughn, and it looked like it may have bounced off his shoulder pad. Erickson zipped that one in, and Vaughn couldn't hold on to it, but the Tornadoes hold, and it's a 4th and 10, and the punting team comes on the field for Lanphier. So a job well done by the Tornado defense. The offense